Okay, so we did our regular longhouse here, and now we're going to do a little something different. We're going to pull out some mods, and just to show it's the same footprint, right? Same exact basis I had before. I left the doors for perspective, and we still have our drop spot for our cook stove, or our fireplace, or our fire pit, whichever we like. So the mods that I'm going to use primarily are going to be the Pythagoras expanded building, northern timber, glass constructions and more, arena piers, and SH build kit. And with those, we're going to do a little bit of schnazzing up. I will include those in the description, so if you want to know more, they will be there. So this is from northern timber, and it does give us a nice rustic look. Some nice logs. It's a really versatile set. He put a lot of things in it. There's the northern timber, there's a stockade set, which is a little bit lower tier, lots of ceiling bits. There's the Bessonian stuff, which is a nice rural looking wood. He's got an Asian inspired set in there. So he's got quite a bit to offer. And we're just going to fill all this in like we had before. I do have my stability turned off just for speed's sake, but if you are playing on vanilla or using vanilla settings, you'll obviously want to have your pillars and things set, and you'll want to have your stability perks set. So one of the great roofing pieces he's got here is this Bessonian set, and it's a nice sturdy tile set, but it's not the spiky bits. It doesn't have all the spiky bits that a lot of the reinforced bits have. So it gives us a nice clean look without being so aggressive like some of the vanilla building pieces can have. We're going to put all these on as before. But don't you worry, I got something up my sleeve here for our finished product. We got some options here. All right, pick that up. Put on our wedge bits. As before. Hazard of working up north is it rains. It's feeling a bit like England today. It's kind of rainy. It's that time of year. It looks a lot like this outside right now, actually. Kind of gray and kind of meh. Very Dickensian outside. We want to put those in. But instead of leaving it like that and just putting a roof on, I'm going to use this half wall that he was so kind as to give us. This is going to give our building a little texture here. Give it a little something different. And this gives us a nice bit of elevation. And one nice thing too about the half walls is, you know, one wall is never enough. Two sometimes just seems like too much, but he's got a nice selection of half walls in here that can really make a difference. And now we're going to put our roof on and see how that looks. And just that little bit does add to your build. And get a roof on. But I'm not going to put just a junction there. Alright, in fact, I'm going to give us a little something here, right? One of the nice things about this Northern Timber set is that it's got open wall caps and closed wall caps, so depending on what kind of look you want, don't you worry, I'm not near done. Right? Thinking about longhouses, because they had the fires going inside, you would need some ventilation, right? Not that much ventilation, but patience is a virtue, right? Whoop, come on. I want it there. Okay. Now we could leave it open on the inside, but I'm going to grab this. Is from SH Build Kit, and he's got a couple of options here. We've got a double and a triple and an iron, and I'm just going to grab the double here. If you don't want to load up SH Build Kit, you could get a similar look with the flotsam pieces, but the flotsam pieces would stick out on the sides, and they aren't as see-through. Alright. Boy, it got dark in there, didn't it? And with that, it should allow us to close that in. Now we have a snap point. Now look at there. That looks a bit more like what we're looking for, right? But I am not done yet, because we still have to finish up some inside. Now you can leave, you put this here and fill in the corners, and you could leave it kind of rustic looking, but I'm not a fan of that. Right, so we're going to tweak it a little bit. We've got this double wall extension from Pythagoras Expanded Building, and I'm going to grab my frontier wall because I like the way the frontier wall looks on the inside. And I am going to double my wall. So I have this on the inside and that on the outside. He does have a triple one, so you could do doors and fences on either side for a nice dramatic look to make arches or entrances or whatever fancy thing you can come up with, because there's lots of creativity out there in the community. And one nice thing about it is it does go up. You don't have to put one above it. So say I wanted that on the outside, right? Because I like the wood look. You can see the layers here. And there you go. But because I'm not going to double up my door, I would need to plant it up here, right? And there you go. Look at there. Looking a little less rustic, and we can do the whole building this way. Now, it is a good piece of advice to put the roof on first before you do this, because that way the roof knows where to clip. Because otherwise, is it going to clip to the middle one, to the inside edge, or is it going to clip? I don't want those walls on the inside. I want this wall on the inside. Or is it going to clip to the outside wall? And it can make for some uneven, lumpy walls. So we don't want to do that. This one, I'm going to come in here and do it that way. Just because it's easier for me. And there you go. Look at that. Look at that. Whoops. Now this is when you have to be really, really careful about paying attention to inside and outsides. Right? Because I want my inside face on the inside of both sides and my outside face on the inside of the sandwich. Look at that. You can put 2 doors there and just make double doors. And then again, you have to be wary of where you put the door, which one are you going to latch to, the inside or the outside. So we could continue that, but I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to some other bits. Some beams, because we got beams we still need to finish, right? Now this is from Glass Constructions and More, and you can see it's got a nice direction thing on it. And we're going to take those and we're going to pop those right there. And then we're going to come over here and I'm going to pop that right there. Oops. And there. And these lovely arches really fill in a space. Give it a nice rustic look. Come on, clip. It's gonna be one of those days. It's just not gonna want to go. I know what it is. I'm too close to the edge. Story of my life, right? Living too close to the edge. Now we have some nice beam work. You can use your half walls to fill in as much as you want. Right? Northern Timber has the closed wall caps. It's got the open wall caps. There you go. The half walls. You could fill in the entire thing this way if you got the resources and the patience to do it. It occurs to me I've already done that. Come on, there you go. Clip. Is not where I want you to go. There we go. Now you'll notice it does kind of, you can have some lumpy walls sometimes, so you just have to be mindful of where you don't mind having lump. And last thing to get around that is arena piers. Now you could imitate this very similarly with the pillar trick, but he's got these handy dandy piers that already clip on the corners. I really like the reinforced wood one. It goes nice on these corners. Kind of hide the edges. Right. Quite handy, quite nice. He's got a variety in there of different styles and types, and it just adds a bit of rustic to it. And one last thing, I'm going to go ahead and finish this interior bit here, and then I'm going to show you one other thing that you could do depending on where you've put your Nordic longhouse, because we always think of Nordic people living in a certain part of the world. Normally I would drop a fireplace in this corner. And that would go quite nice. And my kitchen would be here. This would be where I put the big table. This would be a master bedroom. Or I could put bunks in here. Again, I would be filling in the rest of the frontier walls. But before I let you go, one other great thing about this particular build set is he's got snowy pieces. So if you want a true northern look, where you're up in the snow, he's got you covered. Literally. And he also has them in his awnings as well. So you could do a whole big village if you wanted with snowy rooftops. So from the outside, you've got a nice log, rustic, Nordic house. From the inside, it's got a little bit more finished look. And I'll put the description of all of those mods in the video description. There you go.